There's ways in which money must be used for our advancement because it's energy. You've got to put new energy into your life and your career, into your body, into your creativity for you to advance. Hi, my sweet. Today is about restoring hope. I don't know how you woke up today, maybe whatever patterns or cycles or routines that are feeling same old, anything that doesn't have you waking up filled with joy, exuberance, anticipation for the life that you so crave and you desire is what we're going to really give some time and attention to today. And I want you to know that when I speak to you, I speak to me, that we're all on this journey together, and that as we are creating new neurological pathways, as we're creating new habits, new routines together, we can create the new set points together. And something that I have seen happen in the course of my life over the past year-ish or so, but it's happened at other seasons in my life too, is sometimes, I don't know if you relate to this, so we'll see. I took a step back from things when my father passed because that was good for me and that was appropriate for me. And I knew that that was a time in my life that I was never going to get back. And I didn't want to overwork or have overstimulation or overactivity to cover up some of the painful feelings, the grief, the regret, the emotions that was important for me to process during that time. However, I didn't let it be for a set amount of time. It was like that sort of pause started to turn into a plateau, that turned into a stagnation, that turned into a bit of a depletion of energy, depletion of joy, depletion of motivation, depletion of finances. Um, and then that became the new set point. And I don't know about you, but if you like gain some weight and you don't gain 20 pounds at a time, or I don't know how many stones that is for those of you across the pond, or kilos or whatever, but you don't gain a massive amount of weight quickly. You do it little by little. And all of a sudden, I'm just use pounds because that's what, 2 pounds can become 4 pounds, can become 6 pounds. And it's like, it just is becoming your new normal. And you're just starting to wear the same clothes that just fit you because they're like the stretchier clothes or the bigger sizes or that kind of thing. Well, the same thing can happen for us financially. If you have gotten used to being in a job that you don't really like, but it kind of makes this amount of money, or if you've gotten used to being in your own business where you used to make a certain amount of money, but now you're making a different amount of money and you've made it okay, whatever you've made this set point be that is not vibrant for you, that's not optimal, that's not more than enough for you financially, I want you to listen close today. Because today we get to together remember who we really are, remember our true power, remember what God has in store for us, and remember that we are response-able, meaning we have the ability to respond to creating lives that we love. And I don't know about my fellow Christian sisters out there. This is a place, though, for people of all faiths, no faith, any faith. But particularly in Christianity, what can happen is that there is this notion or this mentality that there's this big God in the sky. And if God thinks that it's okay for you to be blessed in a certain way, then that's up to God and that the power is outside of you. And the more that I have deepened my spiritual journey and the more that I have actually looked into scriptures, the more I understand that it is ask and it is given. And it's not sit around and wait for God to decide if you're worthy enough, and it is given. So there's this level of personal authority. There's this level of co-creation. There's this level of personal responsibility for us to step into to create the lives that we desire. Now, the danger point that happens as we lower our financial set points, as we lower our standards, as we lower our self-esteem, as we lower our self-worth, that's all going on inside of us, is that it becomes the new normal and it feels real, doesn't it? It feels like, well, I just need to be happy with what I have, and there's people that have less than me, or I'll just be grateful for what is here. I do want you to be grateful for what you do have, and I'm grateful for what I have. And at the same time, I cannot be complacent about it if I desire more, because desiring more is about growth. And I've gotten to places in my life where I haven't really been about growth. I've either been about resting on my laurels, I've been existing, I've been hoping that someone or something would like come in and save me, make the change, do the thing. And I am here to report that hasn't happened. The times in my life where I've been thriving in full expression, in total creativity, in financial abundance, in financial overflow, have been times when not that I worked myself into oblivion, because I've been many things in my life. An overworker is not one of them. But I have found that when I was in those places, I was creating, I was directing, I was very much in my femininity of receiving, and I was also taking very specific action. When I was guided to hire a particular mentor, take a certain action, do a certain launch, do something in a particular way, hire a photographer, take a trip, like there's ways in which money must be used for our advancement because it's energy. You've got to put new energy into your life and your career, into your body, into your creativity for you to advance. And I get it. When we lower those set points, things get smaller, things get tighter, things get darker. And then the old programming comes in of like, well, you need to not spend money because you need to make the money first, or you need to be responsible with your money, or that's too expensive for you, or that's for other people, or whatever the stories inside your head have been telling you. I would like for us to join together and lovingly eradicate any form of lack, any form of can't, any form of in the future, any form of I'm going to figure it out for myself, I'm going to do it by myself. That is not how successful people evolve. I'm imagining the people that you look up to, the people that you're inspired by, hopefully not the people that you're jealous of, but hey, we've all been there too. They are using money, making money, saving money, investing money to advance their lives. And I've just seen this certain amount of squeamishness in women where, and I've told myself the same thing, like, well, I can't right now, or I'll do that later. And for me, today is not that day. I am not falling asleep to the lie that I can't anything, that I don't have anything, dot, 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 that I desire. And so it starts with the internal. We're not doing yeah buts. Or, yeah, but you should see my bank account. Yeah, but you don't know my boss. Yeah, but you don't know my husband. Yeah, but you don't know my circumstances. I don't, but I do know your God. I do know the creator of the universe. I do know universal law. I do know infinite intelligence. And what I know is that, especially if you have access to this message, that so much more is available to you. And it's up to us to be the vibrational match. It's up to us to claim it for ourselves. It's up to us to see it and feel it and know it and be certain of it and infuse our own energy into the impossibility that we cannot be, do, and have everything we desire. I'll say it in a different way. It's up to us to infuse the absolute truth that we can be, do, and have everything that we desire. So I want you to take a look at one thing that you desire right now. Maybe it's to get out of financial struggle. Maybe it's to work with a certain amount of clients. Maybe it's to sign up a certain number of people in one-on-one or your group programs or your thing. Maybe it's to take a trip. Maybe it's to stay in a particular hotel room. Maybe it's to buy a certain piece of jewelry, clothing, any of it. Take your kids somewhere. What I know is that there are desires in you. And possibly, if you're listening to this, desires that you are shutting down, making wrong, making too expensive, making for the future, saying that it's okay for someone else but not you. And today, I want you to identify one desire. It can be the big one, it can be the small one, it can be the medium one. And I want you to identify one desire. And I want you to close your eyes and feel that desire manifested. I want you to feel the realness. I want you to get so intimate with it. I want you to see what that actually is. Let's say I'm going to play with one, and then you can do your own. Let's say you desire to take a trip. And let's say you don't want to just take the trip, that you want to fly business class, that you want to not just stay at any hotel, but you want to stay in a particular hotel, and you want to stay in a particular room at that hotel. Okay, like we're going to paint this vision here. And if for you the thing is like you want to be like paying off debt or paying bills or investing in a mentor or whatever your thing is, I just want you to get really intimate with it. But this is what it looks like. And I also want you to silence the voice in you that says that this is too easy, that this isn't how it's done. This is how it's done. This is how I have manifested from less than enough to more than enough. For those of you that are new, I was $75,000 in debt with no clients to making multi-millions, traveling the world with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of clients. Okay. And over the years, thousands of clients. So I want you to imagine, first of all, we're gonna do a bigger meditation than I realized. I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to feel your own personal essence. I want you to breathe and exhale and relax. I want you to feel the sweetness of your own soul. And I want you to invite God, Spirit, Universe, Holy Spirit, infinite intelligence into your space, into your heart. And I want you to audibly say out loud, because it's not just in the vocabulary, it's in the essence and the being. The ask is in the co-creation. It's in the command. Co is about unity. So it is commanded with gratitude and joy and reverence and possibility. That I am so grateful to see myself putting on my travel outfit, packing for this trip that I'm so excited and grateful to be taking. And I see myself checking in at the business class section on the business class flight in my business class seat, in the cushy chair, enjoying and relaxing this safe trip that I'm taking. And as I land in my destination, my car picks me up and takes me to my preferred hotel that I'm so excited to check into. And I'm not just checking into the basic room, I'm checking into the suite that has expansive space, and that I have so much gratitude for the expansive money that I have to easily afford this. And as I check into my suite and unpack my clothes and get ready for my adventure, My adventure that is going to fill me with delight and joy and bliss and fun and pleasure. My adventure that's going to contribute to the lives in the way that only I can. Whether it's the restaurant owners of the restaurants I'll be dining in, whether it's the people that are seeing this that are inspired by it, whether it's the people that I'm with that are there for the same reasons. Let this whole experience be a blessing, be fun-filled, be joy-filled, and be easily affordable. And we pray all of this believing, amen. Now, how do you feel? Feeling like it's more real, feeling like it's yours, feeling like it's right, feeling like it's authentic for you. And when you have that to look forward to, when you have that piece of your life, I want you to take a look at the other areas of your life also. What would make today so much more glorious for you? Is it a client that signed up? Is it more money in the bank? Is it hiring the new awesome team member? Is it being so creative in your newsletter that like people are so excited to read what your message is? Whatever it is, I want you to allow hope to be restored. And hope is restored not by the external evidence, by your faith. Faith is the evidence of things not seen. And I know there is so much evidence that you could focus on that would have you be like, well, this doesn't work for me or any of that. And I want you to know there's scriptures that say, I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. That means God's promise is all about restoration after a season of depletion. So if you've got that evidence, spiritual law will counteract that. And if you are ready to not just do this on your own, if you're ready to have some help, if you're ready to have some insight, some solutions provided, me and my team are here to offer you so much value if you take the step to reach out. You can book a free call with us. You can check out the link in the show notes. You can go to divineliving.com/ready. If you are ready to create a new financial reality for yourself, if you're ready to have some insight into like, if you're doing everything you know to do and it's like, why isn't it working for you? If you're ready to get out of isolation so that you're not just staring at yourself and your computer and you're like, your dwindling bank account or you're like unengaged social media. I don't want you to feel invisible. I don't want you to feel alone. I don't want you to feel like this is too hard. And I know that thoughts grow stronger as they are shared. And where two or more are gathered, God's there in the midst of us. So if that's going to be of service to you, just click on the link in the show notes, or you can go to divineliving.com/ready. And the most important thing is I want you to be ready for something new, for something up-leveled, for something uplifted in your life today. I don't want you to just be holding on by a string that your future might be brighter. I want you to bring your future into the present moment because the power is in the present moment. And you have the opportunity by shifting your energy today to be the vibrational match of something new, something more abundant, for the finances to flow in, for the clients to flow in, for the clarity to flow in. That starts with you, and then you will see the physical evidence of it. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. All right, my loves, that is the message for today. I hope this has been of great service to you. If you have liked what you have heard, take a screenshot, tag me on Instagram, let me know what the best thing is that you got out of today's message. And always, we are a leave no queen behind space. Share this podcast episode with a sister who you know could really use this boost of inspiration today. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.